Good evening. Welcome to ORP TV News, coming to you live on this Wednesday, December 11th. Unbelievable. It seems like just not long ago we were talking about it being halfway through the year, and here we are. We've got 3 weeks left in the year, barely over 2. Unbelievable. Well, we're coming to you live tonight from the JK Auto Repair Studio. You know JK Auto Repair is a full-service car care provider located in Ozark, Missouri. Unbelievable how good a job these guys do. John King, Zach Jones, man, I love these fellas. I love going to their shop. Such a beautiful location. I'm telling you, sometimes you go into some shops and you might feel like, man, I need to shower afterwards. This is a little sketchy. This is a beautiful. This is more like you're in a doctor's office. Just a beautiful location. The service is great. The prices, I trust them. Unbelievable. 2301 Selmore Road, JK's Auto Repair, 417-581-2004. Please, of course, tell them you heard about them here on ORP TV. This is the Twister Alley Raceway midweek show. Twister Alley Raceway, I had an opportunity to hang out for just a little bit last night with Chip Abramovitz and Heather Van Cleve. Had a great time visiting with them. We'll tell you a little bit more about that here in just a moment. But Twister Alley Raceway, #1 kart track anywhere you'll go to, I just about promise you. Butterfield, Missouri. Come get you some. JK's Twister Alley. Jeff Johnson 1 at UMortgage.com. South Fork Ranch and Spirits. Hannah O, Realtor Broker at Home Sweet Home Realty and Associates. PrimeAdvantagePlus.com. The Missouri Motocross Hall of Fame and the Titans of 10-5 Drag Race Series. Jeff Johnson 1, if you're looking to buy a home and mortgage rates are going down, this is a good time to start looking. Definitely want to start looking at your home. First call you need to make, Jeff Johnson 1 at umortgage.com. You can call him directly, 417-839-8326, or you can start a loan right from your phone. You can do that. 2 a.m. you wake up and you don't even have to get out of bed. You go, you know what? I should start a loan right from my phone. I'm thinking about moving. I better call SGF Jeff. Prime Advantage Plus. If you have a fleet of vehicles, especially this time of year, getting ready to, depending on your business, my business is starting to get busier this time of year. Some businesses, this is their slow time. You are going to make your bosses super happy if you say, hey, you know what? All that diesel fuel we're buying, well, I can save us 50 plus cents a gallon. All thanks to my buddy Stag over at ORP TV. We're going to get set up here. PrimeAdvantagePlus.com. Give Sam Messick a call, 417-521-3320. And I got a little something you'll need to tell Sam Messick we'll tell you about here later on. Missouri Motocross Hall of Fame. This is why I was visiting with Chip and Heather last night. Stopped by for part of the Ozarks Area Racers Foundation reunion and Hall of Fame. And they let me know. Chip and Heather and Tony Cope and Donna and all the crew at Twister Alley Raceway that again this year they are going to be sponsors of the Missouri Motocross Hall of Fame coming up. This picture that I have here is just encapsulates here for me, so I just want to show you real quick. Inaugural class, Larry Perkins, the second annual Missouri Motocross Hall of Fame. We inducted Joe Burke, Randy Sheckle the next year. Jody Hale was in with the same class as Joe Burke. In the third annual, we had guys like Jeff Emig, and there's Randy Sheckle in that third one. Renard there representing her husband Rusty, Wendy Dunlap, John McCorder, Jeff Emig, Jimmy Pitts. Great folks. And this is why it's so important, because in the last year, we have lost Larry Perkins and Randy Sheckle and Jody Hale's mother. These people, you want to get out and enjoy that. Tell them how much they meant to you. This has been the greatest thing ever for me to get to spend some time with them and just tell each and every one of them how important they were to me. Jody Hale from the time I was a kid, watching Jeff Emig, idolizing Joe Burke, getting to know Randy Sheckle, and I've said it so many times how important Larry Perkins is to why I'm doing this today. But great event coming up February 22nd at the Oasis Convention Center. We have our sponsorship menu. It's up on this page as well as the Missouri Motocross Hall of Fame page. We have different levels. It's kind of cute here because we go in like the same kind of classes that they have in racing. You have your pro, expert, intermediate, novice, and we will. If you have, if you're like, hey, look, man, I want to support you. How can I do this? I don't have money for expendable money for advertising, but I want to help out where I can. We will figure something out. You promote us, we'll promote you. We'll do something, man. We make this work. You can send a message right here, or you can send it over on the Missouri Motocross Hall of Fame page. Already, we've been working on the poster. Of course, JK's Auto Repair has been a sponsor every single year. This is the 6th year in a row. They are so instrumental to this. It's always presented by JK's Auto Repair, Twister Alley Raceway, the other every one of the last, 4 years. This will be the 4th year in a row that they've gotten on with us and been part of it. So those sponsors make it all possible and make it a lot of fun. If you liked BMX, motocross, freestyle, hair scrambles, any of that, this is an opportunity for you to meet some of your heroes. It's a great, great time. Now, coming up this weekend, it's the Central Auto Racing Boosters, CARB, C-A-R-B, 68th Annual Awards Banquet, 68 years, unbelievable. This event's going on at Platte City, Missouri. Also says it's located at Tracy, Missouri. It's kind of in that in-between area there, just off of I-29, exit 20. It's 414 State Route 92, Platte City, Missouri. It's north of Kansas City. The Platte Purchase Building is kind of their livestock arena, but they have this beautiful facility there that they have this every year. 4:30, the doors open up. 5 o'clock, social hour. 6 p.m. is the dinner. 7 o'clock is the awards, followed by music and dancing. Get your dancing shoes all shined up because there's going to be a band, I believe, and there's going to be music, some dancing. $35 an adult. $15 for each kid, 12 and under. So 13 and up is an adult, $35. Happy hour 5 to 6. The events, dinner, and awards to follow after that. That is this Saturday. Doors open at 4:30. If you're up Kansas City area, great opportunity to catch all the awards from several of the different tracks up that way. I-35 Speedway, Nevada is part of that. I believe there's about 5 or 6 tracks and some other awards being given out. A big thank you to Lisa Burlington, and I'll tell you more about that after this weekend for sure. But check that out, 68th Annual CARB Awards Banquet in Platte City, Missouri. I told you about this last week. I did order, I don't have it yet, but I ordered it the next morning, I guess Thursday morning. I ordered my Darren Weisinger Jr. shirt, the towaway zone, the no parking, of course, that wreck that happened at the Dome. His new merch helped this team rebuild for 2025. I got a really nice message from actually that video of the crash. The very excited woman doing the video was his sister. I incorrectly thought that it was his wife. It was his sister, which is all the cooler because, I mean, you kind of expect your wife or spouse to be there supporting, but when it's your siblings coming there being that, I mean, that's just awesome. So that car, I hope an idea might be that some of this damaged sheet metal, they should sign that, do a raffle, auction that off, something. It's just more money. I mean, it's going to be really cool. Help them get back on their feet. That was a heck of a crash. Put on a great show. I'm glad everyone's okay. I will show you my shirt as soon as it gets here. It's already ordered. You'll be the first to see it when I get it. The Darren Weisinger Racing merch. You can go to their page, to Weisinger Racing, and there's a link right there. And I'll repost it again, though, too, so you can go to it. Great looking shirts, hoodies, all kinds of stuff. Coming up this weekend, one of the really cool events. It's going to be too cold. It's going to be way too rainy and yucky out this weekend to do anything outside. So, indoors, The Rafter S Arena, 30695 Missouri Highway 5 in Lebanon, Missouri. It's the Show Me Show Off Tractor Pool. I've been up there to that last year. It was really, really cool. The pre-registration deadline is long since passed, so if you're wanting to compete in it, I think you're probably out of luck on that. However, you can go check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's the Stubborn Mule on Facebook. Going to be a lot of payouts. They have the concessions available. Friday night starts at 5 p.m. Saturday morning starts at 11 a.m. I will, of course, get this posted too. Here's your information. That's the pre-registration, which is long since passed. But you can contact Mike, 573-881-4114, or you can go to thestubbornmule.net and the Stubborn Mule on Facebook. Anything from small tractors, garden tractors, up to some basically what they do is they take something that looks about like this funny car, take the top of it, and they go, that's a tractor right there. These are some bad son of a guns out there, and a lot of fun. Take your earplugs for sure because it's loud, but a great time. Show Me Show Off Tractor Pool in Lebanon, Missouri, Friday night, 5 p.m., Saturday morning starting at 11. Rafter S Arena, Lebanon, Missouri. Again, tell them you heard about it here on ORP TV. The ongoing saga that is NASCAR, charters, and most obviously Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin. Michael Jordan, probably the greatest, my brother would be the expert on this, one of the top 5 greatest basketball players ever. Businessman and liked, Denny Hamlin, one of the most successful drivers ever, as long as you don't count the postseason. Definitely not the most liked. So what are they going to do except stir up crap in NASCAR? Here we go. NASCAR has responded to the injunction request issued by 2311 Racing and Front Row Motorsports, detailing the reasons why a federal judge in North Carolina should force the sanctioning body to issue temporary charters to the teams throughout the duration of an antitrust lawsuit. So, just to break that down there for you, 2311 and Front Row Motorsports is saying a judge should make you let us keep racing even though we're the only 2 teams not signing this that everybody else did. NASCAR, through lead attorney Christopher Yates, I wonder if they say relation to Doug Yates, argued in a Monday night legal filing that the teams have still not proven immediate and irreparable harm. Quote, a month ago, the court denied plaintiff, that's 2311 of Front Row Motorsports, first motion characterizing their claimed harm as speculative and possible, but not immediate or irreparable. After seeking and then dismissing an expedited appeal, plaintiffs now claim, quote, changed circumstances to try and overcome this ruling. Yet even with their manufactured evidence, plaintiffs still fall far short of clear showing of irreparable harm. So 2311 in Front Row Motorsports, the judge said no, and they go, but the other stuff has happened since then. And they're okay, what? Their new submissions underscore that any claimed harm remains speculative, self-inflicted, and redressable with the monetary damages. Moreover, plaintiffs improperly asked the court to bind them to provisions they claim are unlawful, and plaintiffs still cannot satisfy the other required factors. Their requested preliminary injunction aims to upend, not preserve, the status quo, and plaintiffs cannot show a likelihood of success. So NASCAR saying, you all have done this to yourself. Again, been in act since 2016, 8 years, didn't have a problem till they wanted to take over some more teams, and NASCAR said you can't do that, and then they said, well, this is unfair. Since that order, nothing has changed. Plaintiffs recycled the arguments the court already rejected. For instance, 2311 in Front Row Motorsports suggests that drivers might leave absent a charter. The first bullet in plaintiff's motion makes this abundantly clear. Tyler Reddick, can leave, but a mere possibility of harm is precisely what this court properly rejected in its previous order. Furthermore, the fact that some but not all of plaintiffs' drivers could leave is entirely self-inflicted, stemming from driver contracts that plaintiffs negotiated. Plaintiffs' decisions not to sign the charters despite being aware of those exit provisions, and plaintiffs' dramatic rhetoric at the hearing and to the press. Translation? NASCAR and Yates is saying that the teams did this to themselves. So 2311 and Front Row Motorsports didn't sign the charters, which means their drivers may not get to race. So their drivers are going, well, I'm not going to sit out. I'm going to go somewhere else. So 2311's going, well, how's this fair? We can't race, so all our drivers are going to leave. And they're going, sign the contract, you boneheads. That's why you knew that if you didn't have a charter and couldn't race, your drivers were free to leave and go race somewhere else. So don't hold out and then blame us for why your drivers are gone. Once again, NASCAR is arguing to the court that none of the 4 reasons in the injunctive filing show immediate harm. Exception is also taken to 2311 and Front Row requesting Whitney, who is, I don't know who that is, force NASCAR to, probably the judge, to force NASCAR to issue charters to organizations that refused to sign them under the conviction that the terms were anti-competitive. NASCAR argues that the language in the charter agreement requires an independent arbiter and not the court overseeing the lawsuit must determine whether 2311 and Front Row Motorsports can acquire these 2 Stewart-Haas Racing charters without having the legal release clause, the one that prevents lawsuits from being enforced. And you can read much more of this. I don't know how much more of this you could take at Sportnaut, Sportnaut. So they're saying, look, 2311 says, well, you should make NASCAR let us race even though we won't agree to their terms. And buying this charters is basically like saying, okay, the New York Yankees really like that Chicago Cubs team. So they go, hey, Major League Baseball, we bought Chicago Cubs, so they're going to be like Yankees too. And they go, you can't do that. There are rules in place that state how this goes. You can't just buy and take this on and go, now we're a 6. It gets real deep, real ugly. What it amounts to is that 2311 and Front Row Motorsports are throwing a little temper tantrums. Michael Jordan, Denny Hamlin, who, by the way, have won the same number of NASCAR championships, want to make NASCAR let them do something that every other team didn't do, which is hold out and act like big babies. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Let's move on. UFC. I know this isn't UFC, but I could very easily love to do another night of shows, which my wife would absolutely kill me over, but I would love to do a whole nother night of shows just focusing on the UFC. I love it that much. Here's what you need to know. It's not NASCAR, it's not racing, but Buffalo, Missouri. She is a local. We've been friends with her for 10 years probably. We've been big sponsors of her. We've been big supporters of her. Miranda, Fear the Maverick, who has Prowler Pickles, has High Stakes Honey, different businesses. She does artwork. There is nothing that family can't do, including whip ass. And that's what she's going to do this weekend. And this is, just give you a close look there. There's my friend Miranda Maverick, who wrestled at Drury, and she is a bad girl. And look at that. You don't think so? Look at that girl. That girl's going, oh, you know, the old throat punch. She got throat kicked. That is Miranda Maverick, and I bring this picture up there because I wanted you to see. And I don't think you can quite see it because it's scrunched up there, but there's an ORP TV logo right there on those shorts. And out there amongst all my Miranda Maverick autographed memorabilia, I have that top autographed by her. She's still looking for the shorts, so I can match it all up together. But I actually own that top and one of her walkout jackets. I tell you this because she's fighting this Saturday night. It's on ESPN2 and ESPN Plus. You can watch it. Last week, got my last sparring rounds of camp in with the champ, Rose Namajunas, who I've met and have a picture with. She's a former strawweight champion of the world. Headed to Tampa for Saturday night. There is Miranda and Rose Namajunas. Miranda Maverick is taking on Jamie Lynn Horth. Miranda Maverick from Buffalo, Missouri. Jamie Lee Horth from Canada. That is flyweight bout Saturday night. 6 p.m. is when the prelims come on. This is the third fight in, so by 6:30 you want to be checking it out because it's going to be getting real close to coming on. ESPN2, ESPN Plus, both. And she is one of the hot picks for this. One of the, I saw some sites were claiming if you're betting money on UFC, this is one of your most solid bets. If you're going to put money down, that's your safest bet. She is a minus 440 odds-on favorite to win over the plus 340. Now, what that means is to win it's based off of a $100 system. So you would have to bet $440 to win 100. That's how sure. So it's 44-1 that she's going to win this fight. She is going to kick some Canadian bacon butt Saturday night. So make sure you watch that. I love Miranda. She is great. Great person. Let's get over to our birthdays. We're getting long. ORP TV race birthdays. Our birthdays brought to you by ORP TV and Home Sweet Home Realty and Associates. Renee Frizzell and Hannah Oak can guide you through the entire buying process. Great time to be looking at houses. Make buying your next property fun and easy. Birthday today. Not only does she have a birthday today, she's probably one of the top 2 or 3, maybe even the top race photographer in the region. Unbelievably awesome. And I'll tell you next week another reason why I'm especially fond of her. Lisa Burlington. Happy birthday, Lisa. Susie Gates. You've probably seen her down at Ozark Raceway Park. Happy birthday, Susie. And one of the dudes that's one of my favorite drag racers, Pro Mod. Just a cool dude. Jerry Hunt. Happy birthday to all 3 of you. Hope you had a great birthday today. Now coming up tomorrow, another drag racer, Mr. Bryce Carlock. Paige Smith. I have a few aunts, a few uncles, quite a few cousins. I know a lot of people. I don't know that there's anyone, I'm going to get emotional because of what she went, what she went through earlier this year. And gosh, it must have been divine. I didn't even think about it. I put on green tonight and I didn't even think about it. Her grandson, Riley Strain, passed away this year in Nashville. His favorite color was green. Pretty wild that that's what I picked out of the closet. Didn't even think about it till right now. There's not a woman on this planet sweeter than my Aunt Rosalie Strain. Wow, I don't know that I've ever got this broke up on here. Happy birthday, Rosalie, tomorrow. You're just the best. On Friday, you need to wish a happy birthday when you call him up and tell him you want to get him on that Prime Advantage Plus fuel card from Canada. Sorry, he's going to be probably cheering for that Canadian girl, but Team USA is going to kick that Canadian butt. That's another story. Happy birthday, one of a great guy, Sam Messick. Happy birthday Friday, Sam. On Saturday, happy birthday to Spencer Jarman. Now here's some birthdays we got coming up this week from the Missouri Motocross Hall of Fame from the 4th annual class, Mr. Tim Borgfield. Happy birthday, Tim. Part of Rocket Ship Racing, great friends with Joe Burke and a teammate with Randy Sheckle. Sunday, Steve Huntley and Brett Welcome, who is one of the head black belts at Springfield Fight Club. If you have a daughter, I can't recommend you enough. Get them into some kind of martial arts, some sort of grappling. They can protect themselves. Springfield Fight Club is where I would send my daughters if they were at an age and still wanted to do that. Brett Welcome, great dude. Happy birthday, Brett. On Monday, Brock Wormington. On Tuesday, Miss Maddie Darnell, one of my cousins right here, my cousin's daughter, Carly Summerford. And local radio DJ, she's a great one, Shadow White. Also, with a birthday, future Missouri Motocross Hall of Famer going to be inducted into the Missouri Motocross Hall of Fame coming up February 22nd. RJ Wahlberg. Happy birthday, RJ. And on the 13th, it's hard to believe, my mom and dad will be celebrating their 55th wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary, Mom and Dad. I love you so very much. On Sunday, our celebrity birthdays. On Sunday, Chase Briscoe turns 30 years old. And how about a busy day here on Monday? Born the same day, AJ Allmendinger and J.R. Todd, funny car racer in NASCAR, and then NASCAR, little, I can't think what my mom calls him, old cutie pie. Christopher Bell turns 30 years old, so happy birthday to all of you. From, Mom says she was pretty young back when she got married. She must have been just a kid. Happy birthday to all of you from ORP TV and Home Sweet Home Realty and Associates. Now, here's a look at your race weekend weather brought to you by ORP TV. Tomorrow, 57. Woo, I'm liking that. This cold weather and wind, I am done with winter. Winter sucks. 57 tomorrow, mostly sunny. I'm going to dig that. Friday, 49, cloudy. A little bit of rain on Saturday morning, but 56 and then 58 and some sun on Sunday. Let's keep that going. Let's not get, I don't even want to sing single digits this year. ORP TV race weekend weather. Now, our race weekend lineup brought to you by Jeff Johnson 1 at UMortgage.com starts Friday and goes into Saturday. 2 tracks, the same name for their events. There's no connection, so it's really weird. 81 Raceway, Dash in the Dirt Friday and Saturday. That's kart racing. Heart of Oklahoma, also a Dash in the Dirt. Also kart racing on Friday and Saturday. Also on Saturday, Emma Indoor Raceway, race number 4 of the season. Emma Indoor Speedway, quads and motorcycles. That ought to be really cool. There you go. The CARB 68th Annual Awards Banquet in Platte City, Missouri. Doors open at 4:30. Event starts at 5. Friday and Saturday, the 3rd Annual Show Me, Show Off Tractor Pulls Rafter S Arena, Lebanon, Missouri. Friday starts at 5. Saturday starts at 11 a.m. And there we go. Miranda Maverick, UFC Fight Night, Saturday night, 6 p.m. ESPN2 and ESPN Plus. Miranda Maverick, the minus 400, 440 betting favorite out of Buffalo, Missouri, taking on the Canadian Jamie Lynn Horth. Our top fans for this week. Who's it going to be? I believe last week it was Chip Abramovitz. And this week, look at there. Summer Aziz back up on top. Summer Aziz on top. Ozark Raceway Park moved up to 2nd place. Chip Abramovitz, Twister Alley Raceway 3rd. Mr. Gary Stiver is 4th. Mom back up into the top 5. Ian Wiedenbaker, JK's Auto Repair, Archie Griffin's Hog City, Chad Brixey, and Ted Talon. That's a new one. So welcome to the club, Ted Talon. Thank you so much. Sorry I got so emotional, man. If you know me, and you guys do, this is, maybe this is why my show's not on TV. I'm not that professional stiff. This is me, man. Excited, happy, emotional. I love you all. I mean it. Thank you for being here with us. You can send me an email at orptvmedia@gmail.com or send me a text 417-872-9854. You ain't going to see Steve Grant giving out his cell phone number, but I do. Send me a text. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here for me. I hope I'm here for you when you need me. ORP I'm Stag. From the Hollywood side in Los Angeles, California, I'm Stag, and you're watching ORP TV.
Goodbye. See you next time.
ORP TV.
Here for ORP TV, we try to have a lot of fun.